Marble. It's Tuesday, the 22nd of April. Welcome to Granny Marble's Kitchen Table. Let's get started, neighbor. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of corn, beans, and wheat, courtesy of John Tuggle & Company, Corpus. The wheat market led the way in the grains yesterday as KC wheat closed 19 cents by the bushel higher, and war tensions between the Ukraine and Russia ramped up, and the market's becoming more concerned about the dry conditions across a wide swath of the western Great Plains winter wheat production area. Russian missile strikes destroyed a grain facility in the Ukraine port of Odessa over the weekend. The fact that the U.S. House passed an additional $60 billion of military aid Ukraine added to the tensions. USDA reported in the afternoon that the good to excellent portion of the U.S. wheat crop dropped by 5% from 55 to 50 as a sharp one-week climb, although considerably better than the 26% good to excellent last year at this time. Corn futures gained 6, while beans were up 10. USDA reported in the U.S. corn crop is now 12% planted, up 6% from last week and ahead of last year's by about 10%. Soybeans 8% planted and sorghum was 17% planted. Corpus Christi's public elevator is open this week for Milo trucks 7 to 4:45. Houston, Andersons, and Hanson Mueller are open weekdays 7 to 3. Timco is open weekdays 7 a.m. to noon. For help marketing your grains, trust John Tuggle & Company, Corpus, 361-852-5207. We're on the line with Henry Pickett from Abilene Livestock. It's Monday night. We're going to sell on Tuesday. What's it looking like tonight, Henry?
Well, it looks pretty good considering we had anywhere from an inch to 3.5 inches all in the area up here. We've got about 400 total cattle on the yard tonight with 100 cows. We've got a couple of young guaranteed Black Angus bulls. Got a couple of sets of weaned over 120-day ranch steers and heifers weighing between 7 and 750. Got 30 or 40 really nice younger pairs and about that many young bred cows. So it's off to a pretty good start, and we've had a few calls on a few others that think they might possibly be able to get in the morning.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Henry.
Here at the barn, we can be reached at 325-673-7865. My cell number is 940-733-8208.
We appreciate the call. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a look at the meats, courtesy of barchart.com. The National Pork Carcass Cutout value saw some strength on Monday in the afternoon, $1.61 higher at $101.70. The belly was up $6.06, the picnic was up $3.35, and the rib was up $4 and a dime, and the primals led the way higher. Estimated Monday federally inspected slaughter, 487,000 head, 5,000 head above a week ago. Neighbor, as we search for that boxed beef value on the beef side of this protein equation, wholesale box prices were back higher in the afternoon. Choice box was 26 higher at $295.91. Select up $1.04 at $291.48. That took the choice select spread down to $4.06. Estimated cattle slaughter 113,000 head for Monday. That was down 8,000 from previous week. We're still looking at cash action from last week, 183 to 184 live, 292 dressed. Neighbor, there's a look at that meat movement from yesterday. We are on the line with Benny Cox, producers in Cargyle, San Angelo, Monday evening, getting ready for the Tuesday sheep and goat sale. What's it looking like, Benny?
Oh, it's a lot lighter than last week. No, it's been off a big bit, almost 11,000, or right at 11,000 last week. At 3:30, I had like 3,800. So we'll have one side of 7,000, which will be a full day, of course, but
right.
It won't be a 2-day sale again,
Good.
No doubt.
What's the quality of the livestock as you look across the yard?
Well, they're still in pretty good shape. Kind of like I said last week, these lambs actually have been pretty darn good shape all the way through. There's a number of these goats that show up in these consignments that are not as heavy as they'd like for them to be, 60 kind of being a target weight. I don't know. And most of the goats that I saw this afternoon walking through there, lots of Billy kids and that they did have some size, and then some that were long age. But anyway, that's kind of what we're looking at.
How about the cattle sale? Anything on that front yet?
Actually, that big group of cattle came in. There was 110 of those cows. Charlie and I cut all the dry cows off, and there was like 7 pairs. There'll be a few more, cab before the sale, I guarantee you. They're really a nice set of cattle. They were easy to handle afoot. Charlie and I went down there on the back end in and sorted those dries off and, a foot. It really worked out well. They came from over just into New Mexico. Tatum, they're really good quality. All of them are black. There's a few reds in there, red cows, but they're Angus cattle, really good set of calves, all, different sizes. Some of them pretty good size, but we'll pregnancy test those that, of course, those that don't have, don't pair up. And they're really a nice set of cows. There's supposed to be 80 of those cows that are 3 to 6 year olds, and then the balance should be 7 and 8 year olds, and they're in really good flesh. They're a nice set of cows.
Good.
And then I know of another 24 cows. A guy called about today, maybe 2 or 3 pairs on those. There's 4 pair that are like peas in a pod that are second calf cows. So we're going to have some cows to show these people.
That'll
be Thursday.
On Thursday. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
They can call me on my mobile. It's 325-234-4277. Office, same area code, 653-3371. Or they can always look at the web, which is producersandcargo.com.
Thank you, Benny.
Talk to you tomorrow morning.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's talk about Wholesale Steel San Antonio. Wonderful company. George and crew want to do business with you. Their heavy-duty line can allow you to work, move, crowd, and load your animals with confidence with your own equipment. With heavy material and strong construction, those panels withstand even the roughest stock while still remaining portable. Check out their price list at their website, wholesalesteelusa.com. Round pins, stalls, panels for separating livestock. Lifetime limited warranty on those cattle panels. Local dealers available. Locations in San Antonio and Hearn. Call the San Antonio office, 210-624-2000, or the Hearn location, 979-280-6100. That's Wholesale Steel. And Riley, here we go. We're on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. Riley, how did the Monday sale go?
I went good, Larry. Ended up with 1,460 head today. Market pretty much steady on the calves. I thought across the board, some, from steady to 5 cheaper. Some spots might have been just a little bit cheaper than what it was last week. A couple of the orders got filled up, weren't here this week, but overall still a really strong market. Cow market was off. The rail prices were off a little bit from what they have been the last couple of weeks, but still selling real well. Had some pairs from $12.50 up to $23.75. Some bred cows from $1,100 to $20.50. High yielding packer cows $128 to $136. The breakers $114 to $128. Canners $86 to $1.08. High yielding packer bulls $146 to $154. Low to medium yielding bulls $112 to $146. 2 to 3 weight choice steers $352 to $406. Heifer mates $322 to $374. 3 to 4 weight choice steers $338 to $4. Heifer mates $304 to $354. 4 to 5 weight choice steers $320 to $388. Heifer mates $260 to $322. 5 to 6 weight choice steers $268 to $314. Heifer mates $232 to $258. 6 to 7 weight choice steers $252 to $280. Heifer mates $218 to $246. 7 to 8 weight choice steers $214 to $240. Heifer mates $210 to $228. So quality was good today, and like I said, it was a little softer maybe in spots, but overall still a really active market.
We'll touch base with you Sunday evening for the Monday sale. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for that next one, Riley Rhodes.
361-813-6650 is the cell. 361-786-2553 is the office. LiveOakLivestock.com is the web.
We appreciate it, Riley. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'm Larry Marble. Don't forget about McCoys.com. 62 stores, 3 states. They've got plenty within this region, whether it's things for lawn and garden, whether it's lumber, whether it is things from their building and trust department, any product you need out on your farm and ranch to get a building job done. Why, they even have gates and panels. That's McCoy's Building Supply Centers, McCoys.com. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. We'll be selling sheep and goats by the time you folks are hearing it. Sean, what's it looking like the night before the sale?
I still think we'll get somewhere around that 3,500 to 4,000, Larry, on the sheep and goat end, and probably somewhere around that 700, 800 on the cattle end. See how they roll in tomorrow. But we got to shaping up for a good sale tomorrow on Tuesday.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Sean.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the call. Bye-bye. This is Larry Marble with Down on the Farm, and I'm with Tony from D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Tony, we're talking about one of my favorite things, and I use them on my place all day long, steel products.
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, spring is going on right now. Spring season is going on right now. It's a great time to get some steel products. Right now, we're running 10% off on all steel products, your chainsaws, weed eaters, blowers, and more. Whenever you buy a gallon of gas of their premix fuel or a 6-pack of their engine oil, it actually doubles their warranty when you buy any gas-powered machine.
Well, tell everybody how to get in on that warranty.
Yes, sir. Yeah, just give me a call at 830 379-7340, extension 162.
We've been with Tony from D&D. Tony, thanks for being on Down on the Farm.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And we're on the line with Jim Wheeler, Atascosa Livestock, Leadington. Jim, how's the Tuesday sale looking Monday night?
Quite a bit slower this week. We got 200 in so far. About 45 of those are cows. Looks like I'll pay about 25 of those in the morning. Do have 5 or 6 middle-aged to older pairs on the yard. Got some pretty decent rental heifers. Handful of them on the way around 6. And hopefully by sale time we'll be up there at 5.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Jim.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I want to remind you about all 5 locations of MG Building Materials. They've got one in Pleasanton, one in San Antonio, one in Corpus, one in Uvalde, and one in Kerrville. That's MG Building Materials. Whether it's farm and ranch electrical, hardware and tools, lawn and garden and housewares, or paints, floor coverings, plumbing and heating, steel products and flashing, roofing, or gypsum installation, you can trust MG. Remember, 5 locations. Find the one near you at mgbuildingmaterials.com. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how'd the sale go in Mason?
Yeah, Larry, we have a good run right at 500 head today. I thought overall the market opened up this week with a good demand on most all the classes of calves and yearlings. We had a little lighter run with a good range. We were glad to have that in this area. We always want a little bit more, but it's sure definitely good on Thursday and Saturday that we had that. The board was definitely up strong today, which that helped the overall market. I thought the stocker steers and heifers today both sold probably $5, $10 a hundred higher. A group of 3 steers weighed $450 today at $3, a little over $1,350. The feeder steers and heifers are also fully steady from last week, maybe $1 or $2 higher in a few instances. The pecker cows and bulls I thought overall sold steady compared to last week. Pairs and bred cows, what we did have today, sold in very, very good demand. Sold several $3,000 pairs just on a regular weekly sale, but it still was a limited test, not a lot of them, Larry. But overall, a very strong market. The board reacted positive. I think kind of the avian flu, the cattle on feed report was overall good. I guess kind of neutral maybe. And then we've got some of the inflation news, some of that kind of out of the picture now. So things are kind of picking back up again, looks like on the board, Larry.
All right. Quick, remind us about the San Saba sale Thursday.
You bet. We got several groups of consignments coming there. I have one ranch is sending in close to 375 cows. There'll be 118 smaller calves on them. We're going to palpate those, be Angus, kind of Brangus cows, bred to Brangus bulls. Coming from a dry area, a lot of those cows will be thin on the order, maybe to medium flesh. We'll palpate all the dry cows and then pair up all those younger pairs we can. They're from baby tooth all the way up to solid mouth and maybe a few older cows. We'll just go through them and shape them up. We will have also with that about 380 calves, I guess it is, 200 some odd steers and 120 some odd heifers that'll be in there. We'll kick those off weighing from 450 up to 600 pounds. And then there's 31 bulls off that ranch coming in. Also got another ranch sending about 40 some odd cows and about 18 young baby calves and about 10 or so or 15 heifer yearlings. So look for a real good run already shaping up for Thursday, Larry. We'll have the information up on our website here shortly regarding the information for those cattle. And then we'll be starting at 11 o'clock with that sale, Larry.
Give us a phone number right quick.
You bet, Larry. Area code 325-372-5159.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This is Channel 5 reporting live from the rangeland, where earlier today, a death was reported. I'm standing here talking to...
Mesquite.
Mr. Mesquite, what happened here today?
Well, Weesatch and I had been living on this rangeland. Every year, the rancher would spray us with herbicide, and we'd take a nice, long nap. But we always woke up.
What changed, Mesquite?
It's that Invora herbicide. The rancher used it with Rangeview to target his application. And now I don't think Weesatch is coming back.
I wouldn't think so. It's guaranteed
Control for 5 years.
You heard it from Mesquite himself. Invora and Rangeview stop brush for the long haul. It's guaranteed.
Start investing in the long haul with guaranteed Mesquite and Weesatch control at Invora.com. That's INVORA.com. Always read and follow label instructions. Invora is a restricted use pesticide. Invora is a trademark owned by Environmental Science US LLC or one of its affiliates. Not all products are registered in all states.
Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. Milo through Corpus in April, D's plus 75, 978. We'll call Houston, D's plus 85, 996. Yellow corn to Corpus in April, May plus 55, 494 3/4. Progresso May plus $1.10, 549 3/4. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in April, July plus 60, 662 1/2. And number one beans to Houston and to Placido, we'll say August, September delivery, November less 90, 1081 3/4. Neighbor, let's take a quick look at Texas cotton, courtesy of the Texas Department of Agriculture. Looks like we moved one bale of West Texas, Kansas, and Oklahoma, 7042 to 7392. Neighbor, looks to me like that's it for the best darn farm show in Texas. No brag, just fact. I'm Larry Marble, and you're my neighbor. Neighbor, thanks for listening. Good day to you.